Hello, ladies and llamas, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Here we are once again, back in the game. Now we're just gonna pick up where we left off and go from there. Yeah, it's definitely glitching. I can see those glitches. You're not hiding at all. Yeah, it's starting to get a little creepy because the poems we read last time were a little bit creepy. I hope you're enjoying the game, and I hope you're having a great day. So, with that all said, let's load game. And yeah, that's glitching. Oh yeah, and you can save a lot. I've only used 3, but we're just going to jump right into the most recent save. Okay, everyone. We're all about done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone can come sit at the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Well, we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem and recite during the event. Oh, look at them being all wussies. Well, the cool part is we're going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hehehe. Sayori, who has been coloring the posters, holds it up for us to see. You're kidding me, Monica. You didn't really already start putting those posters up, did you? I stuttered. It kind of worked, but man, why am I reading like that? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's just not a bad idea. I just didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri never shared their poems with anyone until a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. So if we start this event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people that will perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's all about expressing your feelings, be intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I knew we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. I think it's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. Seriously, huh? Whoa. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting it in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite a poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebooks to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the poem. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is it something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't even understand. Finally, Monica finishes her recitation. The 4 of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Haha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. What? Yuri is all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walked quickly over to the podium. This poem is called, Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called The Aftermage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that indicates with perfect timing. I cannot talk. I didn't even say that word right. But this must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. So Yuri hops out of her chair and chiefly walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out of the best that way. I see. Okay then, Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Landon liked it. I just don't like reading my name in there. It's so cringy. I should have made it something else. Should have made something dumb, but I guess that's a good sign. And what does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori, and the atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everybody. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Landon. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Landon lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Man, she right though. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. Look at all those eyes. Green eyes. I recite my poem. Since I am not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive an applaud anyway. So I am not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. Now that leaves just you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki... I don't know why I can't talk. Begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. I know this word, but I can't speak. I can't speak today. The poem is called... why are y'all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Jump. When she starts reciting a poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huts back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. So that's the same way with me, you know, like if I have to do something in front of people, it's a lot easier than doing it in front of friends and stuff, but I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so well, in that case, you wouldn't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you will be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Hehehe. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think it's about that time. I cannot speak! I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It'll be working out really nicely so far, and I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then I'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait! I can do this, I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayuri and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica. and then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayuri? Yep. Look at you, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Hehehe. Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Landon. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's just go already. Home again, home again. I walk home with Sayori once more. Let's save. You know, just because she said save, just in case. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to. I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Would you do it? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh, we gotta choose? I feel like if I choose that I would, she'll like get all upset, and that'll make it worse. So, yeah, let's do it. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awfully turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Haha, you admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that never is going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori? I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry, everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. Yeah, that's kind of concerning. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take it away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. But then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh, time for another one of these. Alright, so we tried to do these two. Let's just pick stuff that would probably go with her. So daydream, definitely. Blanket? What? Memories? Yep. Vibrant. You're at what? Bliss? Yeah. Silly, definitely. Clumsy. Joy. Pure. What? Socks? Why use socks? You all have socks on. Precious. Sunny. Peace. No, you're probably peace. Let's do bunny. What? Sensation? Oh, you're that one. Together. Fluffy. What? Lazy. Definitely you. Marriage. Definitely you. Family. Definitely you. And sweet. Boom. That was pretty good. Okay, let's keep going. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Let's back a little here. There we go. Weren't you practicing piano again? Yeah. Haha, you must have a lot of determination, starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not that determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you, and I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Or weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school. We're gonna get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Man, see, mine would be like that, like it kind of exciting, but but my school sucks and the food sucks, and so yeah, so I wouldn't be happy. I just want to go home. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? What? Our school gave me a bowl of lettuce, shredded lettuce, as a salad. And you guys, what? Oh, I don't even want to go there. Let's just keep going. That's a pretty significant thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, the joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for the day, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at the desk in the corner room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Are you spacing out again? Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everybody else. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. It's fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everybody. Well, alright, if you say so. Okay, this is starting to get kinda, oof. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone, but then the conversation has already disappeared and everyone is back to the usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they might be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Hey then, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe, I'm reading into it a little bit too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Landon. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time, when I asked, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I'm also friends with her. Yeah, I'm on to you. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Landon. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? She has been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different than how it always has been. You're so funny, Landon. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know? Anyway, I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Maybe I shouldn't have chose walk home with Yuri. Maybe that had a big impact. Oof. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know what I wouldn't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her, but I have fun with everybody else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the only one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Hey you! Look up and see Natsuki standing next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so, sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute. But can we start it now? I won't make it I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave it alone, and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles that last part. Nah, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. So Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down lately. But she didn't want to admit it to me, so I can't help but wonder if something's happening to her. Oh, Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, I just exhaled too. Ha 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 ha. You shouldn't really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. In that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. I mean, it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah, I should have thought of it as that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Jeez, if you're fine, let's hurry up and get started already. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Well, let's hear hers, because she's been all quiet and stuff. This is your best one so far. It's really nice, Landon. Thanks. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course. Everything's fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Yeah, I don't think so. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Landon, I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poem like the way Yuri does, or even Natsuki, but in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't even want to get closer with everyone else? Where'd the music go? Wait. Oh, it's just getting cute. I thought it was like something creepy. I'm waiting for the creepy stuff. Come on. Of course I do, but that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. You know I have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. Also, sorry if my reading is bad again. You know, just I think you can get the general message, but but we have a wavelength or something, and this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only one exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No, Landon. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this wouldn't be so much easier. Sayori, I glanced around the room to make sure nobody had noticed this. Sayori, I probably never said this to you, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Landon. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles for everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? Nah, that's too suspicious. No way. I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Oof. This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I'll see what you're going for, but it's not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally investigated in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, if you ended up just scaring me anyway. Speak. That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Natsuki elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scarring you after all. I cannot talk. Oh my goodness. Come on. Alright, focus. Come on. I was just joking. I try to read too fast, and then I just blah, 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 my words merge. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing ever happened. Alright, let's read this. The first one didn't have Natsuki didn't have a poem. Alright, I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go, a shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in the sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Nice, that was a cute one. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something nice message for once. That was pretty nice, not gonna lie, it was pretty cool. Besides, the beach is awesome. It's kind of hard to write about anything negative about the beach, so you decided to write about the beach first, and then came up with a message later? I mean, there's sharks that could eat you, or like, so many people that you can't even sit down, but it's still fun. Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. Yeah, the sharks are fun. No, I'm kidding. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we had kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. You can really see her doing that too, and making us write about this a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Alright, let's do hers since it's similar. Decided to try something different today. I guess so. Is that good or bad? Well, neither. I have my preferences, but it wouldn't be unfair for me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe that the most important is to exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. All the girls here seem so concerned about, like, why I would choose them special, except for Monica. She's the suspicious one. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I have always overthink and come to those sort of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri, what am I saying? Sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright, do you want to share your poem now? Okay, here. Oh boy, it's got more cursive. Oh, alright, beach. A marvelous millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth ecologically meets the surface. Man, I wish I could speak. I guess I don't want to speak today, or this is the same day as last episode, so same thing. But under a clean blue sky and expansive bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds and endless enigma, the easiest would get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sand castle where the sand is wet, but when the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in, or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet, we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where the toes squish into the sand, where salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, I abandon my piece to enroll at the shore. Drift forward, and then I return to the earth forevermore. I am so bad at reading cursive, we do not talk about it. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to make a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird. She wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to be better to compare differences in our writing styles or the thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, she's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants us to blah blah blah. Sorry, I clicked too fast. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not bad to write about something simple on occasion. It could be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Last one. Hi, Lyndon. Have you thought about what you want to submit for form for the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, well, I have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy. It's just I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everybody. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you came to talk to me now and then, too. I'm not like the unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Here, alright. Alright, I like these ones because they're so spaced out, you know, it's not as much. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady knows everything, a beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, a victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall and fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her in the eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amounts to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. What on earth? What am I reading? This is, it's deep. It's definitely deep. Oh, I can click here, and it's less glitchy. Okay. You know, like, where do they come up with this stuff? If I tried to sit down and write, it'd be like, you know. I feel like learning, looking forward to the answers are sort of the thing that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it's like kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, I'm almost paradoxical. But if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? Man, I am like butchering some of these words. Shh, we don't talk about it. You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in this club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Haha, are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think that you know better than anyone else. You mean one-dimensional? Yes, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, and sharing becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Got the daily tip of the day. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. It's just me, or did you say something about strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri is immune to it. Stagnated air is coming... common foreshadowing that is something terrible is about to happen. In your book, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. It's like she actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Out of all the times not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you being too all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today. I don't want to force it. Ooh, that curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. She just blew me off. Come on, that's not cool. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, it's not like that at all. You're just the most talented person here, you know? Now, Natsuki, pouting too. Geez, even I can tell now. I guess I've never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder when she's not around. That's maybe the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have the beautiful handwriting, you know. You should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and focuses and stares, nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Landon. The one who's truly useless. Yep. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. That's Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you to do. Yep. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Landon may not like to be around you if you're only going to make him be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds like you're just making excuses for Landon too. What are you saying? It would be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. And in the end, I think it's up to Landon to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested, and you literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez, can we just settle this already? Yeah, Landon, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. Of course. So we gotta pick one to spend the weekend with. What do you think? She's been kind of ghosting, like, when I ask what's okay, so I don't know about you. I think it's between these two, because you're kind of the secret one, so let's do you, since we've done you for everything else. But baking sounds like it could be fun, and you guys made it sound to be a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Just a minute ago, you were saying that's because never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, okay, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it, after all. That's good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yeah, everything except for the performance. It's gonna be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Landon? Me? I guess I could say I'm interested in seeing how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might be feeling a little underappreciated in general, having to come up with something for her to do, and that nobody offered to help. That doesn't mean Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone and a worried expression. Look, Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here, and you're going to help make the event a whole lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're going to make the atmosphere special, and that'll be really important for the way people feel during the performances. So you're going to need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken back by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things, but I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she was trying to say something Sayori would say at the time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. Sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best, and all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so fair enough, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. And with that, I'm going to end the episode here. We're about 40 minutes in, so this was super cool. I can't wait to see where this goes. And because I actually have not, I mean, I know how it goes. I know the basic story. It's just the little details. I never ran through the whole game yet. I know I'm a little late to that, but I know how it ends and stuff. But anyway, with that, I will see you llamas in the next one.